Kelsea Ballerini, a country music sensation who was born in Knoxville, was not unfamiliar with being caught in the spotlight. At the age of 31, her life was a flurry of red carpet sparkle, studio sessions, and concerts that were completely booked out. But during the summer, when she had a break in her schedule, Kelsea yearned for something different. She did not want a single that topped the charts or a glamorous award event. Rather, she wanted a challenge that would get her heart racing in a different way. Despite the fact that she had always been active, yoga, running, and dance rehearsals kept her tour ready. A recent interview with a Nashville fitness magazine revealed her audacious plan. She was going to start participating in a new activity this summer. It wasn't just any sport, it was pickleball, the peculiar and rapidly expanding paddle game that had taken over backyards and community courts all over the country. It began with a glimmer of interest in the subject. While Kelsea was relaxing at her home in Nashville and scrolling through her social media feeds, she happened onto a video of a pickleball match. The rapid volleys, the harsh smacking of the paddle, and the laughter that occurred in between points gave the impression that the game was a combination of tennis, badminton, and pure good times. As she spoke to the magazine, her distinctive dimpled smile flashed across her face. "I'm all about trying things that scare me a little," she claimed. "Pickleball appears to be a challenging sport, but it is also approachable, and I am eager to get out there and swing." She was looking for more than just a workout. She wanted a sport that made her feel like she was playing, something that would help her feel more grounded after years of working tirelessly. On the first day of her summer, Kelsea had a mission. Carly, her best friend and a fitness enthusiast who had already caught the pickleball bug, was waiting for her when she contacted her. Carly was overjoyed and made a commitment to serve as her coaching assistant, cheerleader, and even a trash talker on occasion. A local court was located in a community center in East Nashville. It was a slab of concrete that was soaked in sunlight, flanked by dogwood trees, and bustling with players of all ages participating. Kelsea arrived wearing a tank top in a vibrant pink color, black leggings, and a pair of sneakers that she had purchased expressly for the event for which she was attending. Her blonde hair was put back into a high ponytail, and she was holding a borrowed paddle. She had the impression that she was a child on the first day of camp. There was a significant learning curve as well. In a short amount of time, Kelsea realized that pickleball was surprisingly easy to play. The court was relatively small, and the rules were plain and simple. Keep the ball within the boundaries, stay away from the kitchen zone, near the goal, and score to 11. The game, on the other hand, required lightning-fast reflexes and strategic thinking. She took a few wild strokes, sending the perforated ball hurtling into the fence, or trickling pathetically into the net. Her first few swings were unpredictable. Carly, who is known for her patience, explained the fundamentals to her, including the soft serve, the dink shot, and the strength of a lob that is put correctly. Carly giggled as she said, "You're overthinking it, Kels," when Kelsea failed to correctly hit a volley. It was not in Kelsea's nature to back down. She had built her career on grit, beginning with busking on Lower Broadway in Nashville, and eventually progressing to headline arenas. Her new stage was pickleball, and she attacked it with the same ferocity that she had previously done. Every day, she put in her workouts, and her competitive spirit was on full display as she rallied with Carly and other locals. The courtroom became into her safe haven, a place where she could just be Kelsea, the novice who was attempting to avoid tripping over her own feet, rather than Kelsea Ballerini, a musician who had been nominated for a Grammy. The sensation of the burn in her quadriceps, the sweat on her forehead, and the pleasant snap of a clean strike were all things that she took pleasure in. On top of that, she had a deep affection for the neighborhood. The court in East Nashville was a place where people of all ages, including hipsters, retirees, and children, came together to share stories and tips in between games. By the middle of July, Kelsea was completely captivated. The paddle she had purchased was a sleek carbon fiber model with a grip that felt like an extension of her hand. She had upgraded to her own paddle. She also began to become aware of changes occurring in her body. Her core was more engaged, her arms were more powerful, and her agility was more acute. It's like high-intensity interval training. She had to concentrate on pickleball, which forced her to get out of her thoughts and into the present moment. The presence of that person was a blessing for someone whose mind was constantly racing with songs, deadlines, and expectations. Unfortunately, the sport was not without of difficulties. In spite of the fact that it was the off-season, Kelsea's schedule was jam-packed with volunteering opportunities and writing sessions. Getting court time and required going to court early in the morning or late in the evening. and often even under the illumination of floodlights. She also experienced the occasional bruising as a result of the low-bouncing ball that was used in pickleball, which had a tendency to catch her off guard. Then there was the trash talk that took place. Kelsea was subjected to constant harassment from Carly, who teased her about her pop star serves and challenged her to matches that were best of three. Her quick wit turned their games into a war of banter as much as it was a battle of talent, and Kelsea gave as good as she got with her performance. Kelsea became aware of a local pickleball competition, known as the Nashville Paddle Bash, as the summer progressed. This tournament was open to amateur players and was intended to raise money for a juvenile music program. They were given the nickname Dink Divas by Carly, who encouraged them to form a doubles team. Kelsea was anxious because it was one thing to act in front of thousands of people, but participating in a sport that she had only recently learned was like stepping onto a stage without a script waiting for her. Despite this, she was unable to resist. It was an opportunity for her to put her skills to the test and to give back, two things that were very important to her. The Paddle Bash was a throbbing celebration of vitality. The stadium was crowded with fans, and there were food carts lining the perimeter of the park. Kelsea and Carly, who were both wearing neon visors that matched for each other, competed against teams who had a great deal more expertise. Their first encounter was a rough one. Kelsea's serves were erratic, and Carly's aggressive net play caused gaps in the game. However, Kelsea's competitive fire only rose as they continued to lose 11-7. Her analysis of their opponents, which included noting their trends and vulnerabilities, was done in between matches. During the third game, the Dink Divas had reached a point where they were able to play together, lobbing strokes over their extended paddles and diving for volleys. Kelsea celebrated their third-place finish in the event with a celebration dance that went viral on social media. Although they did not win the tournament, they did come in third place. Kelsea was positively energized by the encounter. Pickleball had provided her with more than just a workout. It had also provided her with a fresh perspective on life. It has taught me to relax and to laugh at myself, she had said in an interview with the magazine. The fact that you can't be flawless at something new is perfectly acceptable. The key is to simply turn up and get your groove on. She began incorporating the sport into her daily routine by throwing impromptu pickleball parties with her band and crew. She went so far as to compose a song that was influenced by the court, a smooth anthem that she called Paddle and a Prayer. She made her debut at a modest performance in Nashville, where she received thunderous acclaim. Pickleball was more than just a passing interest for Kelsea as the summer came to an end. It was not yet time for her to put her paddle down. Her feeling of play had been reignited, and she was reminded of the reason she had fallen in love with music in the first place. The sense of satisfaction that comes from doing something that is genuine and shared with others. She had every intention of continuing to play into the fall and possibly even joining a league. Furthermore, when she embarked on her subsequent tour, she made a solemn commitment to visit courts in each and every city, promoting her passion for the sport one swing at a time. In addition to learning a new sport, Kelsea's pickleball experience during the summer was also about finding who she is as an individual. She wasn't a major player on the court. Rather, she was a student, a member of the squad, and a buddy. And when she was packing her paddle for her next excursion, she grinned, knowing that the beat of the game would reverberate in her songs, her walks, and her heart.